Hey guys, how are you doing today? I just want to make a quick video with some things that we're encountering right now with buyers that are trying to get pre-approved and some tips that you as an agent, because usually you're the first point of contact when somebody's thinking about buying, right? They call you and say, "Hey, I want to buy a house this year." And you got some tips that you can give them to help the process when they come to get their loan a little bit easier. So the first thing is that if they are an hourly employee, they need to make sure they're working their full 40 hours every single week. If we get paycheck stubs, we always ask for like the last two stubs, right? If we get stubs that have 37 hours, 38 hours, 39.5 hours, then what we have to do is ask for the last 12 months of paycheck stubs, and we have to average out the hours that they worked, and that's what we're able to approve them for. So it can lower what they qualify for, plus it's a little bit more of a hassle for them. So if we can see from January forward that they're working their full 40 hours a week and that their year-to-date hours match 40 hours a week, then generally we're not going to have to ask for the 12 months of pay stubs. So if you know somebody who's thinking of buying this year, reach out to them, make sure that they are working a full 40 hours a week. Also, if they have two jobs, we cannot count the income from both jobs unless they have worked them consecutively for 2 years. So if somebody's thinking about getting a second job to help them get approved for more, it's probably not going to help, right? So it needs to be worked consecutively for 2 years. The second thing is to make sure that they have their season down payment. I had an application last week who he has $10,000 literally just sitting in a safe at his house, and now he has to put that in the bank, and we have to wait 2 months before he can do anything. So if there's anybody out there that they earn tips, or they whatever, they've got cash sitting somewhere, they need to get that in the bank, and it needs to be in there for 2 months before we're able to use that as a down payment. The third thing is, if they're self-employed and they're thinking about buying this year, have them talk to a lender before they file their taxes, just to kind of see where they should be using write-offs and where they may not want to be using write-offs. One great thing is depreciation can be added back in. So that's why I love real estate, because if they are depreciating the houses that they are using as an investment, that depreciation can be added back in, even though it reduces their taxable income. So that's depreciation's amazing. Everything else, for the most part, we can't add back in. So obviously, if they're using all their write-offs, then we're only going to be able to use the income that they show. So if they're thinking about buying this year, they're self-employed, and that would go for a lot of you agents. You might want to chat with the lender before you file, just to kind of get an idea for how much you need to show to buy the kind of house that you want to buy. And number 4 is, obviously you guys know this, but they're going to want to buy sooner than later. We are anticipating that rates are going to drop a little bit more throughout the rest of the year. They've dropped last week. They're up a little bit more today, but still not awful. And if we all know, when rates drop, what's going to happen is the crazy is going to start back up. And I've had 4 applications in the last week. That's the most applications I've had in a long time. So I can feel that things are picking back up on the lending side. And I know a lot of agents that are saying they're actually seeing multiple offers on their listings again the last couple of weeks. So it's gonna get busy again. This lull that we've been in isn't forever. People are going to adjust. So just stick it out, but do your best to get anybody who's thinking about buying this year ready to go, so that they are prepped and just can easily get approved. So that's all that I have for you guys today. Happy Friday, happy weekend. I will be working this weekend if you need any pre-approvals. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Thanks.